Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. We're gonna do a hike and a possible fish. This video is more for me so that I can document the changes that are out here from year to year. But you're more than welcome to come along and hang out with me. A lot of the videos I put on here are for ones that I can go back and watch when I retire or just whenever. Family and friends can see some of these places that they know, and they're kind of curious about changes. So this is more of a points of interest video, but I got the 3 rods with me in case I can get to where I can fish. The problem is I'd have to walk through stuff like this. I got my fishing boots on, but I'm so short. I'm only 5'7" that can you imagine catching a bass trying to pull it through this? That's what we're looking at. But there might be a little open spot here and there. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, guys, pardon the huffing and puffing. If I do that, it's my lungs have been bad my whole life with asthma, and I had a lung infection in 2017 that dang near killed me. 2016, 2017, whew, it was bad. Check this out. When there is lots of rain, this fills up. Oh, there's a little bit of water in there. You can kind of see it flowing. Man, there's times where I see lots of wild turkeys in here. All kinds of cool stuff. It's an old DNR road that comes through here. I just like to walk it for exercise too. I wish this GoPro had smell-o-vision. You can smell all the, I call it sweet brush, but it smells good. I've been out here before where I kicked up deer in here. Boy, this scared the heck out of me too. Oh, it looks like they cleared some trees out. See those ash trees that are dead from emerald ash borer? And it looks like they planted they got some wildflowers in here. Man, that is cool. Yep, and we'll see a bunch of these shotgun shells and wads out here, because people do come out here and hunt in the fall. You'll see guys out here with their dogs, training their dogs to get ready for the hunting season. And here we got the water right here. This is excellent frog water. Well, heck, if there's a low shoreline like this, I can fish it then. Holy cow. I thought the weeds were going to be over my head. What do you think? Should we throw in right here? Yeah. Okay, good. I can stand here. All right, let's throw this Spro flapping frog. I got another one, solid black. Ooh, a frog over there freaked out and jumped. So you got bass in here, you got northern pike. A little scummy. All right, I fished that for a good stretch, nothing doing. I see some open water up here, maybe we'll... So they cleared this whole area out and they just repaired it 2 years ago. Repaired it, meaning they got out all the junk trees that were in here. So this is like a lake and a marsh. And in some drought conditions and sediment, it filled in and a bunch of trees got in here that shouldn't be in here. So they restored the habitat, and apparently they restocked it with fish 2 years ago, but personally I don't have any verification that I've seen fish in here. So we'll just have to go check it out and see. Plus I can get some of this lard off walking. Look at this, guys. I got an urchin bait on that a friend of mine sent me. I swore I'd never fish those dopey gumballs, but my friend sent them and he said, go for it, man, you'll catch some fish on it. They repaired this road. This was all a mess. They had a big machine come in and just dredge this out. Machines, I should say, to make a deeper channel so boats can get in here. This is such a cool place. So lucky to come up here every summer and enjoy all this. I've seen mink running around here, groundhogs, deer, geese, eagles, sandhill cranes, turtles, you name it. Looks pretty juicy, guys. I've been fishing this. I always forget to turn the camera on, old age. I've been fishing this for a good 10 minutes. Nothing doing. I still think they need to get more stocking in here. They redid this 2 years ago. As soon as they got done, they stocked fish. Last year they put some fish in. So it may have a ways to go yet. Yeah, guys, I've been catching a ton of fish on this Spro Flapping Frog. This, the Capperlin FRG, or the Capperlin Frog, and the Berkley Swamp Lord. I've just been wrecking them. And I used to do that with the Booyah Pad Crashers. I fished them for a lot of years. And I thought, well, let me see what else is out here. Ooh! There's that goofy urchin bait. All right, let's keep moving. Yeah, nothing so far. Such a beautiful place. Man, this is the kind of thing, when I retire, I just walk this path all the time. Just to get the lard off, keep the lard off. All right, guys, I just spooked a whole bunch of frogs, so I'm just gonna chuck in here. This thing's holding water pretty good. We haven't had rain in quite a few days, and so my other spots, the water's low. All this stinking duckweed. Anyway, man, there's gotta be fish in here. Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. Got him. Got him. I let him take it for a little bit. See, these fish in here haven't seen any lures ever. Now I'll get a big pike come up and just crush him. Oh yeah, that's a healthy bass right there. That's good to see. Get this junk off of here. Boy, he just crushed this. Come on. Let me get this out of here. There we go. Oh yeah, check it out. His gut is full. Check that out. What kind of water bird is that over there? He's been living it up on minnows. There you go for the release. So now we can call this an official fish and hike video, or hike and fish. I'm telling you guys, Spro flapping frog. This is a different color. This one's the all black one. As you can see, it worked just fine. Man, that's awesome. All right, guys, we got another one. This one's not as big, but he's nice and boy, he's been eating good. All right. My concerns about the fish in here and all that are... Look at his gut. Yeah, that's a healthy fish right there. All right, buddy, we'll get you back in. What, do you got a parasite on you right there? Huh, oh well. All right, there we go for the release. Spro flapping frog. Let's see if we can get another one out of here. The key is I get that thing just thrashing across the top like a real one would. And then I just kill it. Give him a chance to get in there close to look at it. That guy thought he had like a little parasite on him, but it wasn't. It was just some duckweed. Get out of there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the snag proof. I like throwing the snag proofs too. But I used to throw the Booyah Pad Crashers exclusively for a lot of years, and I was like, time to switch it up. That's it, then I just let it sit there. Okay guys, so on this setup I use a Jordan Lee Signature Series Abu Garcia 610. This is not a legitimate frog rod, but I use it as it. I got this at Spirit Lake at the factory outlet for Pure Fishing for like 50 bucks. And I was like, oh, I can use this, I'll turn this into a frog rod. So I'm throwing 30-pound braid on here. I think I'm pretty sure I've got Cortland Master Braid, so I can get it through all this junk, and it works out great. You know, I'm not a professional angler, so I don't have the money for any of the big time specific rods for techniques, so I just kind of convert them. But this works great. I chased up a bullfrog when I ran this over that. He ran away from it. So with this, you can crank it and kill it, or you can just chug it. Any of the frogs, just, I mean, you know how to fish your frogs. It's a lot of fun. Little duckweed gets on there. It's no big deal. You just kind of take it off, or honestly, I don't think it bugs a fish at all. All right, guys, I fished through some of these stretches in here. Nothing doing. Man, I'm hoping this around the bend down here, this corner, this pocket is open water, because I've caught a ton of fish in it. Then you can see it really opens up over there. You guys know I'm always on the bank. I could buy a boat. I got a great career, great job, but I just like doing it this way, you know. I've almost bought a kayak like 10 times, and maybe I will, and get out and explore these things. Man, this is such a cool spot. Check it out, guys. Opens up into a great spot. I got a bunch of the other, boy, it's deep here. I can see a bunch of panfish down there. Boy, this opens up into, I mean, this is just a great spot here. Yeah, I can see a bunch of little panfish down there. The only one I'm using is this Spro flapping frog. I've got a bunch of other frogs. I just have so much fishing with it. It's like I can't put it down. Anyway, we'll see if we can get something out of here. All right, guys. Man, if you had smell-o-vision, ooh, nah, I don't like seeing that. That wild parsnip, see it right here? Man, that stuff, psh. All right. You guys pick a spot for me. I've fished down there a little bit, nothing doing. Look at this corner, it's got all kinds of junk in it. We'll see if we can get something here. I fished that whole section there, nothing. Look how it opens up into the main section there. That's cool. The only thing is I'm having allergy fits. My eyes are all itching up a storm. But don't you think it's worth it to see this? Look at that, I can bomb cast that frog out there. This thing makes such a ruckus. The fish have got to be able to identify it. The panfish come up and look at it. Check this out, guys. It's a nice little swim jig here, and I put one of those Zoom horny toads on it. You can skitter this across the surface and you can let it sink. It's the best of both worlds. It's a great way to fish, to get things through some of the areas there. So I got it below the surface a little bit, and then I can bring it up on the top because of those legs, and it just kicks. And you just skitter it across. It's a great way to fish. A little bit of duckweed here, but that's no big deal. So if you're ever wanting to expand your horizons, to be able to fish a couple different ways, there you go. I'll do this with the spine crawl also, and there's a lot of companies that have the little toads, you know, ribbit and things like that, but never underestimate the power of the swim jig. All right, guys, we're hooked up right in front of this drain here. Oh, crap. He came off. I gotta find him now. Oh, jeez Louise. Let me set this down. I got him. See, this used to never be this overgrown right here, and I could come and just drop in and fish there. Check him out. Oh, you got rocks, you got, the footing is horrible. I just dropped the swim jig in there. Just kind of jigging this along. The carp are stacked up in there. They like that water rushing out of there. Little bit lighter lure, I could let it drift out there. You know, let the current push it further. There we go. Oh, and I missed him. I saw him come up and just clock it. Yeah, this is tough fishing like this. There we go. Got him. Nope, he let go. Man, I can't get my footing in here is the problem. See, now I'm getting obstructed up there. I used to be able to catch a ton of carp right here. That stinking tree or shrub or whatever that is. Wild sumac. See, I can't get a good twitch because I hit the top of that stupid thing. Just jigging it up and down, letting the current flap those legs. Man, this is tough going in here. Yeah, I've got some videos where I caught a ton of fish here doing this, but a little bit further out. Well, I caught one, and what did I do? Missed two of them? Can hear big bass flopping out there and carp. All right, time to change up the planning. Ugh. Go elsewhere without tripping and falling. Not bad. We got one out of there. I missed two. Amongst the wild sumac. These stinking frogs are everywhere in here, and they get me to jump about 5 feet because when they squeak, we'll see if we get anything in these reeds. Man, I love doing hike and fish adventures. Nice and breezy. Crying out loud, those stinking frogs. I messed that one up. The wind just caught it and took it way out of where I wanted it to go. Yep, and I got some cabbage. You're a swim jig, man. You're not supposed to be getting any cabbage. There we go. I heard something jump right over there. Let's go. I know they're in here. The only thing is I may have the wrong color, you know, maybe a bluegill pattern, but I'm testing out, not testing, but I haven't fished this in a while where I've got that zoom horny toad where I can bring it on the surface. The only color I got is this white one. But white will generally catch fish no matter where you go, you know. The white pelicans are out there, and I got a friend of mine who's a wildlife photographer who made his way out here to try to get some shots of them. I gave him a heads up they were out here. He's got a great YouTube channel, Mr. Nikon Shooter. Go check that out. Lots of good stuff on it. I always kid him and tell him that my finder's fee for the swans and all these different things I see when I'm out fishing are popsicles. Yeah, he gets a good chuckle out of that. Hey, it's cheap and it's doable. Well, nothing on the swim jig. I'm tempted to go to that next corner down there, but look how far that is. I just got to chalk it up to getting the lard off, you know what I mean? But I am going to run the topwater frog through here. Man, check this out. It goes all the way back there. I guess we could walk all the way over there. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, we made it into this little pocket. Look at the water slowly slopes into some decent depth there. This is the closest I've been really to get to the water. I don't see any of the panfish like I did over at the other spots. But we'll still chuck this around and see if we can coax anything. That looks pretty fishy over there. Ooh! Psh, I hear that slob. See that kind of grass like that, guys? The stinking pike love just to sit in that, and they'll jump anything that comes by. They're like the apex ambush predator around here for sure. But they'll just sit right on like the edge of the weeds there, and a little sunfish chub shiner comes through and bam. I don't have a wind knot, do I? I never get wind knots in this Cortland master braid. Let me take a peek as I'm cranking this in just to see. That sounded funny coming out of there. Nope, no wind knot. Oh yeah, I see the wind knot. Jeez Louise. Really? I never get wind knots with this braid. Oh man. Alright, let me work on this. Alright guys. Walked down here a little bit further, scoped it out. This whole area in here is super fishy, but you know what I realize? Is that I don't think, check that out. That's a big pelican that took off out of there. I don't think that there's quite enough fish yet, if that makes sense, because I didn't see any bait fish anywhere along this stretch like I did down there. That doesn't mean anything, but it's nothing compared to what I'd seen before down there. So maybe they still have like they're in the middle of, they just started the stocking program, but one day this is going to be pretty intense. All right, let's head back. Check out this cool find, guys, right here. This egg. It's not a robin's egg. There's no trees around here. I was thinking maybe like a killdeer, one of those funny little birds that chirps and runs away. But it's just sitting there. There would be more. I don't know whose or what kind of egg it is. Just right here on the road. Weird. There's my friend, the photographer, getting some good pics out of stuff out of there. Well, I'm fishing this stretch, did the frog, now I'm throwing the swim jig, nothing doing. Whatever that is gagging and wheezing over there, he's getting pictures of it. Sounds like some kind of water chicken. It's all meow, 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 meow. My gosh, guys, I've been working these banks and this channel. Just cranking this real slow so they have a chance to see it. Letting it dip in and out of spots. Just nothing doing. There it is with the zoom. See, there's that wacky bird with the zoom. All right, guys. I changed the battery, and of course I noticed that my stinking dead cat for the wind was covering part of the screen, so that's going to be wonderful in the video. Anyway, I got the battery changed. Still nothing doing, man. Check that out, guys. See the wild raspberries? Well, we're coming to the end of the journey. Thanks for hanging out with me on this fish and hike, or hike and fish. Oh, I just chased up a pheasant. Man, I've just had a great time out here. The cool thing about it is, when I see stuff that I know no other person is ever going to see that. You know what I mean? Now you guys will see something like this, but other stuff I've seen out there, check out those berries. That's not a holly. I don't have a clue what that is. But you know what I mean? When you're out there, you see stuff that you know no other person's ever going to see. And it's so cool to be able to explore and find stuff. It's not buggy out here. Those goofball gnats and black flies are gone. Mosquitoes aren't bad. Man, it's just so cool to get out and enjoy stuff. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.